Good morning, everybody. I wanted to do a video on a day of eating with 225 gram carb, 300 gram protein, and 100 grams of fat. This is a longer day for me. I have actually a 12-hour work day, so I have to prepare quite a bit of food. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to break down what I eat, just so that I can hit all my macros when I'm working this long. So this morning I got some Sara Lee bread, 45 cal, and I made some French toast with some Walden Farms. I got 138 grams of egg whites and 1 whole egg and 2 turkey bacons and 2 Hebrew hot dogs this morning. So it equates to 30 grams of carb, 21 grams of fat, and 49 grams of protein because I cooked it in coconut oil, and about 10 grams of fiber. So this is what I'm having for meal 1.
What's going on, everybody? Meal 2 underway. Like I said, it's a 12-hour work day, so I did a lot of prep work yesterday, meal prepping a lot of my meals, but when it comes down to things that are eating on the go, I kind of have to do some protein shakes. I'm not a big fan of doing this during prep, but since it's the beginning of prep, I don't really care too much, just because honestly, like my hunger isn't like torturous right now. So when it becomes where it gets so close to a show and satiety is the main goal, volume is the main goal, and being able to see real food and eat real food, becomes more of a need, then I will switch over. But for right now, I gotta go for convenience because honestly, like, I just don't have the time during my day to just take a break and eat a bunch of food. So I'm taking a protein shake, just a whey protein shake by Fuel One, and the macros for it, I took 2 scoops. It's 12 grams of carb, 4 grams of fat, and 48 grams of protein, 2 grams of fiber. I also put 3.5 grams of creatine monohydrate in there, about 2 grams of beta-alanine. With creatine monohydrate, you don't need to take it before your workout or anything. The whole idea is to have 100% saturation for the muscle. With beta-alanine, doing that 2 to 3 times a day, so I don't need to do it before going and working out either. So that's the reason why it doesn't really matter when I get it in, as long as I get it in. It's about consistency. People usually will get it before they work out just because it just helps them out with being adherent and consistent with their supplementation. But for me, I got a pretty good track record with keeping up when to take my supplements. So but yeah, pretty boring meal, but I got to get it in. So other than that, I'll check in with my 3rd meal. What's going on, everybody? I want to do meal 3. So ran into a little hiccup this morning. I was supposed to eat my cottage cheese and blueberries and almonds before I started fasting for my VO2 max and my RMR test this afternoon, or like at 12 o'clock. But I got caught up at work and had an unscheduled appointment happen. So that's the cool thing about flexible dieting, is that even if you can't hit that specific time that you're supposed to eat, it's not like, oh no, like I can't function now. No, I just had to push forward. And now that I'm done with the VO2 max and the RMR, things are looking great. So I got my results back, but I'll probably end up doing something a little later to actually go over the results. RMR is actually really good, considering I'm in a deficit of food, and it's pretty cool just seeing the results. VO2 max really did suck, so it makes sense. I haven't done cardio since 2015 of April. So, but meal 3, now that it's like 1 o'clock in the freaking afternoon, I got 226 grams of cottage cheese, and it's like 1%. And then I have 100 grams of blueberries, and then I got 22.5 grams weight of almonds. So roughly the macros on this is 5 grams of fiber, 27 grams of carb, and about 16 grams of fat, and 31 grams of protein. So I'll hit that up, and then a couple hours later I got to hit up another protein shake, but I'll go ahead and leave that at that. Hope everybody's having a good one. What's going on, everybody? I just wanted to do meal number 4. I was going to do a protein shake, but I forgot I had a salad. So I got this beastly salad, got some chicken, got some tomatoes, some spinach, zucchini, carrots, and I got this orange poppy seed dressing that is off the chain. It's off, and so this is a good way to actually keep your carbs low. It's just a lot of volume. So if I look like I have a lot of food in this Tupperware, my mind thinks that, hey, I'm getting a lot of food, but in actuality the macros aren't very high. It's roughly 16 grams of carb, 10 grams of fat, and 46 grams of protein, and so and about 4 grams of fiber. So other than that, just checking in and letting you know what I'm eating. I'm kind of in the hallway of my work, just because I don't want to bother patients while I'm eating my food. So other than that, I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. What's going on, everybody? I just, it's the afternoon, about 4:20ish, and I'm getting in my 5th meal of the day. Like I said before, my meal timing has been a little off. I've had some large gaps in my day where I can't eat. I've just been busier at work. So I've been learning how to do the VO2 max and the RMR testing, because I'll be doing those just in case the exercise physiologist can't perform those. So that was exciting. I actually got to get that done. But I wanted to share what my 5th meal was, and I was actually looking forward to this. Although it looks kind of pathetic in a Tupperware, it still tastes really good. So I got about 8 ounces of steak, and then underneath there I got some hash browns in there. When you're in contest prep, hash browns from Simply Potatoes is a good go-to, just because there's no fat, trace amounts of trace amounts of protein, and a decent amount of carbs. I mean, I get a serving and a half, weigh it out to about 117 grams, and then steak is about 8 ounces, and then I actually added some bulgogi sauce to it, about a serving, so 19.5 grams on the scale, and I mix all that up and saute it, and it's amazing. So along with some coconut oil. So the macros for this is 21 grams of fat, 36 grams of carb, and 66 grams of protein, and 3 grams of fiber. So the fiber is kind of lagging, but I already got fiber from other parts of the day. I am gonna have a 6th meal on the ride home, just because I know I'm gonna get stuck in traffic, so I can't just eat something on the side of the road or just while I'm driving. So what I'm gonna do is have another protein shake. Like I said, with meal number 2, I had to do a protein shake just because of timing. And so that's what you're gonna find in prep, is just, hey, you gotta kind of go with what you have available, and the main thing is just being prepared for these things. Working a 12-hour day, definitely not easy, because if you get really busy, you just have to watch when you can eat your meals. And the best thing is just you have them on hand, because if you know that you have them available and they're just sitting there, at least you know that you have them packed up and you can just grab one and eat it. So that way you can hit your macronutrients for the day. So I'm not going to share the one that I'm going to be doing while I'm riding home, just because I'm just drinking a shake, but I'll share what I'm going to have for dessert later on this evening. So all right, so this is my last meal of the day. Got home from work, and so as you know, like, I had to do a lot of unscheduled ways of eating my food throughout the course of this long work day, and doing my VO2 max and my resting metabolic rate. So luckily I had all my food with me, but now I get to eat my last meal, which is going to be some Skinny Pop popcorn. So when you're contest prepping, this is probably one of the best substitutes, and you can get like the 100-calorie bag popcorns as well. But I like this. You get a lot of volume with it, and it gives you like the exact measurements. So I just weigh it out. 28 grams is a serving. So it's in this bowl. I also have 12 Sour Patch Kids in here as well. And then I forgot my stupid tortilla for today. So if you're dieting too, Mission Carb Balance is a good one.
just because the fiber content is 13 grams. So you got to get your fiber in somehow. So I get mostly from veggies, but sometimes I get it from tortillas and even Sara Lee bread or double fiber or wheat English muffins. But I'm just gonna eat this randomly because quite frankly, that's what I planned for. So I'm gonna eat that. But then I also got mochaccino skinny cows. These are really good as well. I don't know why they're called skinny cows, just because, I mean, it's still like you could probably have a serving of slow churn ice cream and still get the same type of macros, except for the fat's a little higher. But since my fats are at 100 grams, not a problem to fit this in with all this other stuff. So that'll be my last meal. But the macros are 16 grams of fiber, 77 grams of carb, 21 grams of fat, and 9 grams of protein. It's already hit most of my protein for the day, so this is just kind of to finish those out. But yeah, this entails everything that I've done for the course of the day. If there's any questions, by all means, leave them in the comments below and I will answer them. So thanks for checking in for the day of eating.